In this video, I'm going to cover why most online fitness coaches never seem to have or be able to get enough clients. Now, you're going to fall into two categories, or one of two categories, I should have said. And I mean, the first one is it's on you. The second one is a good thing, and it's relatively easy to fix. So, category number one, and again, I have had the misfortune of working with a couple of these coaches, and it'll be the same as you guys working with fat loss clients. It's people who don't really actually want to do a huge amount of work. They just want everything done for them. They want everything on a platter. It's the people who don't want to post on stories. It's the people who are too busy to update things. It's the people who are too busy to track data. It's the people who are complainers, moaners, but they expect everything to get done for them. And again, I work as a business mentor for online fitness coaches, right? I'd say the majority of my clients are awesome. They're willing to put the work in. They're hard working. Again, it's the way that I come across on social media that allows me to attract the right sort of people for my business. I don't want to just have to cuddle people. I don't want to have to hold people's hands. I have mentors. I speak to my mentor roughly once a month. I don't text them. I don't send them stuff. I don't ask him for his opinion on different bits. And I understand that coaches will be at different levels. And again, a lot of the clients I work with do send me these things. But I'm glad that they're doing these things because it means they're actually doing something. And then there's again, I don't really have any at the moment, but then there's the people on the other side of that who just want everything done, right? And the way that I always break this down to people is, see if you had a job, right, which a lot of you will do if you're trying to move into online coaching at one point. A lot of you will have jobs, right? See if your boss asked you to update something before you left work, you would fucking update it, right? If your boss said, right, these are the things we need to get done today, once you get these done, you can go up the road. You would get them done rapid, right? You would box a bit of time out, you'd get all the things done, all the tasks would be done, no stone would be left unturned. And yet when it comes to your own business, nothing gets done, nothing gets tracked. It's, I'll do that tomorrow, I can't be arsed doing that. And I think for these people who fall into that first category, they just shouldn't be coaches, right? Now, number two, hopefully you fall into the category number two. If you're watching this video, you probably do because you're already doing your own research into how to grow your fitness business and you're being proactive about it. It's also 5:30 in the morning and I am fucking shattered. I'm en route to the gym. I have a 2-year-old son with another baby on the way, but needs must. So I'm up at 5 today to get this workout done, but I'm fucking peeling my eyelids open with matchsticks. Anyway, category number two is like most of the coaches before they come to work with myself, they're super keen, super motivated, determined to grow their business. They just don't have the right direction. And that's usually one of the easiest fixes. So you probably fall into this category and it's one of the easiest things to fix. So for example, like my client, Jack, right? I'll talk about Jack because I literally just posted his picture yesterday showing his progress in 2 months. And this is without paid ads, this is without cold DMs. He started with me, he was doing about £40 a month, right? I think it was like £80 a month before he started, and then it was £40 the month he actually started with myself. And that was 2 months ago, and he's just cleared £1,000, right? Without paid ads, without paid in fulls. This is monthly recurring revenue. So in 2 months, he's gone from posting each day, making fitness-based content, earning £40 a month, to earning over £1,000 a month 2 months later. And it's a perfect example. So the typical things that I saw with his content and his stuff when I looked at it, but the same as yourself, it was all fitness-based stuff, right? It was in the gym, doing a workout, he had his camera set up, and this is where a lot of coaches kind of go wrong with it, but I also feel like it's a good thing to kind of go through to just get practice at making content. Like, you don't want your content to be perfect, you just want it to be authentic, genuine, raw, the stuff that you're passionate about. So we just completely changed his content and said, look, we actually don't need to be doing any of this stuff, let's just do X, Y, and Z. And I'm going to tell you what X, Y, and Z is in a minute, but I'll make it specific to you. We're not holding anything back on this channel. And as a result, I think we worked out it was like a 2,400% increase in his revenue, which again is just wild, right? But the one thing that I noticed with Jack, so with my mentoring clients, right, I don't have a mentorship. I work one-to-one with every single client, and we have check-ins every single week. Those check-ins alternate between Loom video feedback and then a 30-minute Zoom call, right? So like this week with my mentoring clients, I've got 30-minute Zoom calls. So on those calls, we'll say, right, these are the things I want you to get done this week. These are the things that I want you to fix from last week. Don't do this again, do this, change this like this. That's when we usually go over everything. And again, Jack's one of those people, like most of the coaches I work with, who just go, right, okay, take notes, read through the call notes, and then just implement off the back of it. So I would say the majority of coaches probably fall into this category. If you're watching this video, you probably fall into this category. The couple of things that I would say for most coaches to step away from, and like my coaching business, right, I've got 6 coaches on at the moment. We're bringing coach 7 and 8 on at the moment. We've got hundreds of clients in the business. We'll do over £500,000 in the next 12 months. And if you go onto my main page at Blue Light Coaching on Instagram, right, that's not my mentoring page, it's just my actual personal training fitness page. Very, very rarely do I post anything about fitness, right? And a lot of coaches can't get their head. What do you mean you don't post about fitness? Now, on my stories, I will share physique updates. I'll share pictures of foods that I'm having. I'll share opinions about fitness standards in the emergency services, right? That is my niche, emergency service workers. But in my actual content, I tell stories. I show the behind the scenes of my life. I post opinionated content. I post client social proof, before and after pictures, but I don't break it down into the most boring, tedious, minute details like a lot of coaches do. And again, I used to do this. I used to just expand on all the kind of nuances around it, and now it's just a case of actually touching on, again, the story lesson offer style format of story lesson. Do you want to work with me? Yes. Right, okay, this is what to do. And again, a lot of coaches struggle to get their head around that, but as soon as we change this for coaches who kind of come to work with me at the start, they start getting people coming in. And this is storytelling content, sharing the behind the scenes, giving your opinions on things as well. And if you want to be controversial, like I am quite controversial in my content, right? And I don't do it as a way to annoy anyone. I just like to be straight down the line with people. This is how it is. This is how I see it. And if you don't like it, then fine. That's cool. We're probably not going to be a good fit to work together anyway. And if you do like it, then good. It shows to me that we will be a better fit to work together because you're going to take my direction the way I put my direction across. So you need to get all these things, and the one thing that you need to remember is that people will buy people, right? People will buy you because of the views, values, beliefs, and opinions that you have. They're not going to buy a video of you doing bicep curls in the gym, talking about here's how to blow up your arms, right? Literally no one cares in the nicest way possible. No one cares. And a lot of coaches, they're all fighting over scraps, right? There's coaches like us who put a call to action out, get people vote on it, and sign up new clients, right? And then there's coaches, like I'd say the majority of coaches who do want to do this, they do want to run a successful online coaching business, but they go on social media, they see stuff that other coaches are doing, and they think, right, that's a good idea, I'm going to do that, and then they make the same sort of video, but they put their spin on it, and it's like their spin-off of this other video that they've seen, right? So all these coaches, this huge majority of coaches, are just copying other coaches. And then there's these clients who are just disinterested, who instead of working with you guys, come and work with people like me, because we're doing the opposite. So do the opposite of what most coaches are doing, right? But I would say this week, start telling stories. So tell stories about different parts of your life, tell stories about your fitness journey, tell stories about the lessons that you've learned along the way, tell stories about, again, villain-based content. So I would never call out a specific individual person, no matter what they did to me, right? I would never call out a specific individual person on social media, right? I just think it's a weird, cowardly thing to do. But the one thing that I do passionately is call out ideas and concepts that I don't agree with. And this is your villain-based content, okay? So try and get some stuff like that out. Share the behind the scenes of your life, tell stories, and share social proof, but share it to the point that clients can almost insert themselves into that bit of social proof that you're talking about, okay? And this is the story, lesson, offer format, and I got this from, joined a thing years and years ago, which is no longer a company, called Online Fitness Business, run by a guy called Suk Sudu, right? And the one thing he mentioned in this course, which I always then stuck to, was story, lesson, offer, the SLO format in terms of actually telling stories about your client, right? And it's the story about that client, but you don't want to go into the basic nuances of, here's my client Jane, she's a mum, she likes to have Milky Way chocolate bars, she likes this, it's the actual pain points and the actual things that they struggle with. This is my client Jane. Before we started working together, she was avoiding the mirror. She was crying herself to sleep at night because her relationship was in turmoil because they hadn't been intimate in 6 months. She'd missed out on huge chunks of her life and making memories with her kids, who are now 3 and 5, because she was never confident enough to have her picture taken. She would beat herself up every single morning. She was starving herself. She was doing all these stupid diets, failing each time and then blaming herself, and she just couldn't do it. So she had one last chance, and that was when she reached out to me. We did this, and this, and now she's fucking at this point. If you want to do the same, do this, right? DM me the word this, comment on this, whatever it might be, right? That's how you want to get this stuff across. So I would say today, if you're watching this, just go, right, do you know what? I'm not going to post fitness-based stuff anymore. No one cares about my bicep workout. No one cares about how to, realistically, how I structure my training. No one really cares about the high-protein food shop that I'm going to do. No one really gives a fuck, right? People know you're a personal trainer. People know you're a coach. That is why they follow you. So let them get to know you. You sharing the stuff that you are passionate about is the most important thing. And see, if you are brand new to coaching and you don't really know who your niche is and you don't really know who you want to work with, that's fine, right? And I think it's probably a good thing, because you're not then trying to force content into this small niche. You're just posting the stuff that you want to post, and you're letting your niche, your people, find you. But the only way that they're going to be able to do that is if you can get you across on social media. So every single piece of content from now on, review that piece of content and think, right, is this genuinely me? Is this something that I am happy to get out, happy to get across? If my mum watched my content, right, would she, like, my mum watches my content, right? I fucking swear all the time. I say the most outlandish stuff, but that's just me, right? I've always been like that, so that content is true, genuine, and authentic to me. So this is the stuff that you should be doing with your content, right? Review your stuff, and instead of thinking, right, is the hook okay? Is the fucking colour grading okay? Is the caption okay? Is this okay? Is this okay? Just think, is this genuine and true to myself, right? Start telling stories about your life. Start telling stories about the struggles that you've had with fitness, your relationship with food, your own sort of mental health battles that you've had around your physique and how it impacted your life. Start telling people these stories. Start sharing your journey on social media as well, and almost look at yourself as a bit of a content creator who's documenting your own stuff, who's telling stories to this audience, instead of the fitness coach who just talks about fitness. If you did find this video useful, make sure you hit subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. I'll put the link to my mentoring business Instagram below as well. You can give me a follow on there, and I'll catch you in the next one.